So Sammy, last year in 2021, I was running to be the next mayor of London. And I spent 7 months on a campaign trail trying to get this city back on track after we had been locked down in 2020. And I used to work really hard during the day. We had a battle bus. I used to drive it around the city. The police actually were trying to stop me from campaigning because they said I was breaking rules. So I probably felt like you felt at one point. And at night, I used to go home and I used to watch your podcast, Sammy. And I remember coming in and telling the whole team here, we had a whole campaign crew, and I'm like, you know, you gotta watch Sammy's YouTube channel because it's fascinating what I'm watching here. Now, I had watched your original interview with Patrick Bet-David, which I think has been watched now 17 million times. That was my first real exposure to you. I think I'd seen the Diane Sawyer interview back in the day. But, you know, I think that was your first time maybe on camera with David, with Patrick, and I felt like you were on guard. But on your YouTube channel, I saw this, I got introduced to this very nuanced character named Sammy the Bull, and especially your podcast. And, you know, hats off to your producer, James Carroll, because that first season had me gripped. And I got to see a lot of things about you that I didn't understand, about why you did things, how you felt about things. And I guess I wanted to start by asking you, do you ever find it stranger than fiction what you're doing? I mean, here you are in Arizona on a YouTube channel talking openly about the details of the hits and the crimes. You know, back when you got made in '76, if someone had told you 50 years from now you would be doing this live broadcast and things like that, would you ever believe it? And how does it feel sometimes to be doing what you're doing now?
Well, you know, I was never a public. I was very private. You know, when you went in and I took the oath, it's a secret society and a brotherhood. So I kept that very secret, very private. I never talked publicly. So if you would have told me, or I would have told myself, you're going to be talking publicly, if you would have told me that 5, 6 years ago, I would say you're crazy. Not me. That's not what I do. But I got into it when I came out. We were going to write a book, my wife's book, ex-wife's book. It's the story of a woman's story of what it was like to be married to someone like me. And we couldn't get it sold. And then somebody approached her to do a podcast, and she asked my help. And I said, sure, I'd help. And that's how I started doing this stuff. My son actually put me on Facebook and then YouTube. You know, when I went in, now I'm out of prison 5 years. So 18, if that's 23 years ago, these phones weren't here. YouTube wasn't here. So I had no idea what this was about, what it was. And I don't have too much knowledge even now. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. So, and I started talking about, you know, my crimes and stuff like that. And I wanted to be very truthful, very open, very honest. And I think it clicked with the public. They were listening to a lot of different shows that don't have that authenticity. And I think we clicked with a lot of people. I started getting used to it. I started getting, you know, text messages and stuff. And I started answering, just like I said, with that woman from England. You know, formed a relationship, a friendship with her. She was very smart. I have people in different countries, Israel, different Ireland, Australia, different places. And it was very interesting to me. And as a Mafia dude, I was a problem solver, as that's what happens when you go up in rank. Everybody who has a problem comes to you. And I found it very easy to deal, answering to some of these people's questions and giving advice. So this is how it all started. I got comfortable doing that. And it blew up. Patrick Bet-David, you know, when I first came out, I didn't have any numbers, so I couldn't really talk to anybody. You're Sammy the Bull. Yeah, who cares? What's your numbers? So everything in Hollywood, it's about numbers. So when I started doing this, I didn't have numbers, so Patrick called me a few times. I didn't want to go. He says it himself. And then I said, oh, and I'm going to do an interview with this guy. He seems honorable. He seems like a good guy, and I did it with him. And right now he's done interviews with tons and tons of people, and we're his #1 show. At, like you said, at 17 million views. And right now I got 520,000 subscribers and 84 million views. So we resonated with people in all different ways in life. I'm not only a gangster, I'm a racketeer, I'm both. I understand business and unions and stuff like that. I'm into politics. You're running for mayor. I heard a little bit about it, not much, but it's hard for somebody who's honest and sincere to come out and try and do the right thing. You're fighting an uphill battle against, whoever they are, whoever they may be, liberal elites or whatever it is. They have the control and the power. They use that machine against you, so it's a tough road.
Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.